We got a veteran versus prospect fight with Daniel Pineda welcoming back Tucker Lutz. I guess both these guys are coming off year-long layoffs. And Daniel Pineda, solid fighter, veteran. He isn't pretty striking, but is a wrestler, grappler, and super explosive, strong. He has good wrestling. He has a black belt. On the feet, he's wild, but good movement, fast, those heavy calf kicks, and powerful overhands, big hooks. He definitely has the power advantage in this fight, in my opinion. I think he'll be able to connect, too. I don't really think Lutz has the best defense or evasiveness. And Pineda will throw some body kicks, spin kicks, high kicks, and is okay with the kicks, but not really super effective. And for Pineda, he should really try to attack the calf, try to hinder Lutz, make him slow down. And Pineda does have the tendency to get wild, loopy, and fighters can land clean counters. His last few fights, he's had real rough matchups with Cub Swanson and Feely, guys that are good at range. They could flow and use those long-range attacks, land crosses, land strikes down the middle, and be evasive. And when Pineda gets tired in recent fights, he's become very hittable, and he's been more of a one-round fighter. There's a little bit of question, if he was enhanced, and he got caught in the PFL tournament, so now that he's in the UFC, I think that maybe he can't keep that same pace that he used to keep in other organizations. But he's tough. He's hard to get out of there. Proved that again in his fight with Feely. He survived a ton of punishment before the eye poke. He's only been finished by strikes 2 times in 41 fights. And he's a wrestler, man. I mean, the guy has great timing, fast shots. And having seen Lutz's last fight, I definitely think he's going to be looking to use the overhand and then duck under and time the single. If Pineda can get on top, he's an aggressive submission hunter, good back takes, and this is a make-or-break fight for his career. So I think controlling position and being smarter would be the move, but we know Pineda's going to be hunting finishes like always. He has a variety of submission finishes he goes to, guillotines, rear naked chokes, kimuras, even a few triangles on his record. And going for submissions can lead Pineda to lose position, and sometimes he'll even pull guard, and it seems like he doesn't mind being on his back. But as the fight goes on, he can become a little bit more content to stay on bottom, whereas when he's fresh, he can explode, reverse position. And he has been submitted 6 times, but the last time he was submitted was in 2010. It's just the cardio that's been an issue for him. He is 0-5 in decisions. We haven't seen him see the scorecard since 2016. And if this fight starts to go late, I think the youth of Lutz will just take over. For Tucker Lutz, he's a pressure fighter, switches stances, he'll throw some combinations, good cardio, he's high volume, attacks the body, mixes it up well. And on the feet, he puts his hands together well, he's accurate, he works off the jab. He has good kicks from southpaw, leg kicks and body kicks. But he's pretty square, he's flat-footed. If I were Lutz, I would try to go southpaw here to avoid the leg kicks and use his jab, use the body kick. And Lutz is going to be there for the overhands from Pineda as he enters from either stance, and leg kicks when he's in orthodox. And I think his defense should be a lot better than it's been in recent fights. He needs to try to use that jab and straight shots to offset the rhythm, catch Pineda as he loads up, and work the body, stay patient, pressure, try to wait for Pineda to get tired and then take over. And if this fight starts to go long, I think that Tucker Lutz, it's going to become his fight to lose with his volume, pressure, and just being younger. And his takedown defense, it didn't hold up in his last fight against Pat Sabatini. Lutz has not really fought many credible opponents, so Sabatini was the best wrestler grappler he'd faced to date, and I'm sure Lutz took a lot away from that experience. And for this fight, he needs to show he's been working and improve that aspect of his game. But Lutz allowed Sabatini to use overhands to get in on singles, press him against the cage, take him down, which is exactly what Pineda's going to be trying to do, I believe. In the Sabatini fight, Lutz gave his back, trying to stand up multiple times. And he didn't get submitted, but he got severely out-grappled. He was able to take down Sabatini in the 3rd round, but quickly got reversed. And Lutz is good when he gets cement position on top, but I don't think he's going to be looking to grapple unless he sees Pineda very severely tired. And I feel like Lutz, he needs to be smart, but push the pace, stay patient. Trust he'll be the guy in the better shape in the 2nd and 3rd round. And he's going to be motivated coming off the first loss or second loss of his career, but first loss in a long time. And I expect him to come in even better shape for this one than he did in his debut and look a little bit better. And I don't understand the line, though. I get the fact that Lutz is younger and Pineda's coming off of a bad streak, but Lutz hasn't proven much. He's beaten nobody great. His best win is a win over Kevin Aguilar, who has 1 foot out of the game already. And you could argue Pineda also has 1 foot out the door, but I would still say that Pineda's a tougher matchup than Aguilar by far. Lutz got dominated by Pat Sabatini his last fight. Who's good but not elite. And Pineda has been fighting guys that are a lot higher level. He hasn't been fighting the level of guys that Lutz has been fighting. He's been fighting the Cub Swansons, the Andre Feelys, and fighters who are evasive, fast, slick counterpunchers, good kickers. Tucker Lutz is a more winnable fight. He's more flat-footed. He stands square. The leg kicks, the overhands, the takedowns should all be there for Pineda. And Lutz hasn't been on the ground or been in there with a wrestler with the aggression and strength of Pineda. And maybe Pineda could take him out quickly. But the issue is, what has Pineda been doing during this layoff? How will he recover from taking back-to-back beatings in his last fight? How is his body responding and training after 40-plus fights, being 37 years old? I want to see how Pineda looks on the scales, media day. But I'm going to give the fight to Lutz right now. I'm going to pick Lutz to win by decision. I think he's going to take the second and third round. If you're going to pick Lutz, I think winning by decision has the most value because I don't see a lot of finishing upside unless he can hurt Pineda to the body. Pineda's always shown a good chin and toughness, ability to hang in there. And I don't think Lutz is going to be super gung-ho attacking the finish because Pineda is dangerous and Lutz needs to get a victory here. And I think Pineda has a slight chance to win by decision, but more likely if he wins, it's going to need a finish. And I'm going to say that Lutz wins 29-28 and gets the victory here just off youth and cardio. After losing the first round, I think maybe he'll be able to find the rhythm, use the jab, and start to be a little bit more technical and high volume, get Pineda tired, and just beat him on points. So I'm going to go Tucker Lutz here to bounce back.